Alright, howdy folks, this is SJ Poor here from Little Face Brew, and we're getting ready to do another one of the Hokiehomebrew ESB Yeast Challenge beers. We're down here in Virginia at Black Dog Saloon, and we have our good friend here, Ken. He's going to join along in the tasting of Mrsomedrunk's, of course, ESB. Now what he used in this one was the White Labs 005 British Ale. His original gravity was 1052 and his final gravity was 1010. So this is probably going to be, I'm going to guess, around 6%. Okay. With those two numbers. That's about where they've been running at.
Yes, that's about 6.
Somewhere in that general area. Black Dog is going to allow us to use a really cool bottle opener here. Let's go right at it. Alright, no explosions.
Shouldn't be any pressure because Ken is a judge.
This is true. We have an official
registered, recognized.
Recognized. I'll go back through and make sure we get these all good.
Particulate matter.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit. I'm going to leave a little bit in the bottom there. A little bit for the portion. I'll take this one. Get me under these. Put that there. Okay, there we go. One of the first things I noticed, the carbonation is low on the lower side, which has been pretty much standard throughout all the beers that we did. Give a little bit of a recap of what this experiment is to bring everybody in that hasn't been in and witnessed one of these videos before. Is we came up with a recipe for an ESB. 20 homebrewers are in it, and of course throughout these, the different homebrewers, they all use different yeast. This one here was the British Ale. So again, I don't pick much of a nose up. That was pretty much standard throughout the whole thing.
It's pretty fruity, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot from them there.
Oh wow.
My guess is that it was fermented at a pretty high temperature. Maybe a couple of degrees over recommended for the yeast.
Might be, but it also might be part of the British Ale yeast too. And that might be part of that profile from the yeast.
Could be.
Not exactly sure. I don't know of what the yeast are. Because some of the guys, as they've been doing these the reviews throughout, what they'll actually do is give the profile of what the yeast itself is. And then a lot of them have actually been sitting in with those. I was really hard on ours, the one that we did out at Little Face. I really wasn't a fan of it at all. This is nice. This is nice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I got some particulate in mine.
Spread that on your toast in the morning.
You got it.
I got the second pour, so it was a good one.
Yeah, you worked out well. It'd be nice. This is now this would be number 17 out of the beers.
Today.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall. 17 overall. Now, are you getting, is there any hop notes to this one?
None. I'm not getting it.
No.
Yeah, it's very, there's a sweetness, but it's not evident from the malt base either. There's I think it has something to do with the yeast that, yeah, and you're not getting that dry, biscuity back end that's traditional with the ESB.
So, right, biscuits. She brought that up in one of the other ones that we did that had a, I want to say it was on the Scottish ale side. There was one guy that used a Scottish ale, and that was bready, biscuity, real prominent.
Maybe that's an England style yeast.
Right.
Well, the yeast and the, does it have the recipe? Oh, what was the recipe actually? You used Maris Otter?
Yes. Yep. We used Maris Otter, English two-row, or no, actually Maris. It was mostly Maris Otter. I can't remember what everything was throughout. Well, what we did was we built it. It's on Hopville. If you want to go to hopville.com, look me up. anybody of the guys that are in the challenge, and you'll find the recipe on hopville.com under the ESB Challenge beer.
That is running more along the lines of the ones that we thought fell more to the ESB style versus there were some of them that we tasted that were very. They actually tasted more like a Scottish ale versus an ESB. They were heavier on the malt, heavier on the biscuit.
Nice.
You got some bread dough in the
I did have some. Yeah, there's some biscuits with my gravy in there. The last swig off of this was actually really kind of fruity, really super fruity,
Right.
coming off of it, which was nice.
I could drink this all night long, actually.
Yeah, every one of these beers so far has been that way. They've been slamming beers.
Yep.
Now, for an ESB, what is the alcohol content supposed to be typically?
Fairly low.
Four,
I'd say between 4 and 6 range.
4 and 6 range?
I think
Okay.
we're good.
Yeah, we've been typically staying on the higher end of that, it seems like.
Right. I think, however, it should be on the drier side. They're on the dry side versus sweet, and also the bitterness level in this is
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
great.
Yeah, they've all been sweet. There's only been
Yeah.
really...
This is just extra special.
Yeah, there you go.
There's been you had a couple of them that actually hit that bitter note at the end. Because in ESB you hit more of your bitter at the end, right? But most of them have stayed a little sweeter. That could be the grain bill you guys built.
Oh yeah, we stayed within style according to Hopville, and that's all we were doing. We just wanted to make sure we stayed within style. So came up with it. What? I'm real happy with this. This turned out really nice. Good
Very
job.
drinkable beer. Yep.
Good job, Mr. Mrsomedrunk. Thank you for joining into the challenge. And as a final note, enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks. Cheers. Brew beer. Go. Let's rock and roll. Howdy, folks. This is SJ Poor here again with some more of the Hokiehomebrew ESB Yeast Challenge beers. We just finished up Mr. Mrsomedrunk's. It was very good. Well done, sir. We're going to go into this one next. Unfortunately, the label did not really survive the trip down to Virginia. So it is the Goofy ESB English Bitter at 6.3%. Not sure of the yeast on this one. That's really all I can say about it. I did notice, though, we think that it's a Michelob bottle. I've never seen a Michelob bottle like this before. Just thought that was worth mentioning. Yeah, it looks like the carbonation is going to be on the low side, which is about right.
Appropriate to style.
Yep. What I want to do is this.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't need to.
I want to hand that one over to M&M for me. Thank you.
Hey man,
kind
get
sir.
himself.
Thank you. Squeeze me, puppy dog.
I was not expecting the carbonation on this.
Thank you.
Sir.
Pretty clear.
Yeah, not bad. Carbonation's higher than what it appeared at the crack of the bottle.
Yep.
Kind of surprised with that, but nice looking head.
Yeah.
Creamy. Really nice creamy looking head. Still not picking up a noticeable nose.
You can smell some hops in there.
Yeah, I think I know something.
Oh, you got some hops in this one.
Yeah, my nose is just trash.
So everyone uses the same hops then?
Yes.
You can use it wherever you want to.
No, nope. It was Willamette, 2 ounces of Willamette at 60 minutes.
Wow.
1 ounce of Fuggle at 15, and 1 ounce at 5. That was the schedule for everybody. Okay, now I'm actually starting to pick some of the hop up.
Hops are very pronounced in this one.
Yeah.
This one's.
Glad you finally joined the party.
that's nice.
There's some bitter in
Yeah, there's a little bit of bitter in this one, a little more bitter than the first one.
Right. Yeah, it'd be interesting if we actually knew what the yeast was.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to look it up. I should have that there.
Notice on this one you're not picking up any of the fruity characteristics.
Not at all. Not compared to the first one. And the head is just hanging. I mean, it's sticking to the glass.
Is there yeast in the bottom of that? Does that maybe come from a keg or?
That I'm not sure if he bottled. That was not a stipulation that we. I didn't really notice that.
There. Yeast cake in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah. I mean, that could just be if he had originally kegged it and just did his sugar tablets. It could just be from adding a little bit too much sugar to the mix.
I think there was only 2 or 3 guys that actually did them out of the keg. Everybody else did, sugar carbonate or bottle conditioned.
Right.
This one's really good. The head's really good.
Yeah, it's really sticking around. This is by far the most carbonated one, head retention out of all of them that we've done so far. By far. Nice looking beer, color, dead on. I would say this is more along the lines of an ESB.
Absolutely.
You know, it's kind of in there. So whatever the yeast was with this was definitely working for an ESB.
Right.
I wish it just all faded away.
Now it does say that it's 6.3%, so it's a little bit higher than.
Yeah, fermented out a little bit more.
Yep.
So,
That's nice.
Still a little thin feeling in the mouthfeel.
A lot of that could be from age too.
How old are these?
These were all basically brewed February-ish.
I should not really affect it that much.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think the youngness is gonna?
I don't think it's going to affect the body of the beer until you're talking years.
Okay. You can go with that.
Especially not with a 6%.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, we said that we ran into that with some of the other ones too. It kind of had a.
Some of them had a young taste. You know, when you get one that.
Little green?
Yeah, right off the bat, it kind of had that youngness to it.
Right.
Mine was one of those. It really had that youngness to it.
Yours, unfortunately, was probably the worst one for that.
Yeah, it was. It was really young taste. Burnt nail. And it really had all the characteristics of a burnt nail in it, which I wasn't a fan of. But nicely done. Whoever did Goofy ESB. I'll look it up, make sure I put it in, in the title and whatnot there somewhere. So again, nicely done, guys. We got one more here to do.
We'll get some fresh glasses.
We're going to clean out and we'll be back.